Crowd of boys, peace. What's good with you boys out there? Come to talk to you boys today about semen retention and what's required to go on the long streak. And I'm going to jump right into this topic. It requires strict discipline. Plain and simple. You give your mind to it. You give your heart to it. And ultimately, you give your soul to it. Your mind, body, and soul has to be in one. You have to be one, to be whole, to hold on to your life force energy. The strict discipline is exercising your mind power, believing in yourself, knowing that you can do it, that you can achieve a long streak, willing to put in the work, willing to sacrifice, willing to be alone, stand on your own. This is a strict discipline. So to jump on a long streak, to get on a long streak, you have to cut out all distractions, including people, social medias, all that good stuff, right? And with that is a sacrifice. You have to cancel out certain enjoyments, get used to not receiving a dopamine hit. This is a practice where if you really want to achieve supreme benefits, not just your regular benefits of your woman attraction, getting certain looks, or even if you are trying to manifest certain things into your reality as far as wealth, as far as, a better career, better body, working out in the gym, you're transforming. But supremely, we want to achieve spiritual benefits. We're raised into a higher vibration. So the way we speak, the way we move, we are vibrating. And when we're holding on to our life force energy in this way, this causes us to vibrate higher. We stand out. But to get to that point, it requires that strict discipline. You have to discipline yourself. I know it's self-explanatory, going through the days, the 30 days, the 60 days. It's obvious that, that discipline has to be there. But some of us aren't disciplined. We don't have self-discipline. And it shows up in other aspects of our lives by your actions. Root word discipline is disciple. And you have your 12 disciples, referring to the story of Jesus. And these 12 disciples are a part of you, essentially, if you understand the allegory of the Bible. If you look into the book that I've jumped back into, which is the 12 Powers of Man, last name I believe is Gilmore. I don't have the author's name off the top right now. I got my book stashed away in my bag right now before I go to work. And the 12 Powers of Man explains that these disciples or disciplines are characteristics of you, of who you are. And I plan to do a separate audio, breaking down that book a little bit and talking about those 12 powers. But ultimately, that discipline, how it gets you through and to a longer streak, these 12 disciplines, these 12 disciples that start to become traits of you, your characteristics. And some of the short ones that I know off the top are zeal, faith, confidence, amongst other things. And those are the same benefits correlated with our semen retention benefits. The certain things we start to notice, our attraction, once again, our beliefs, they start to change, they start to shift. These are shifts that's going on within, that you are holding in, an energy that you are holding within, that come out and that guides you in spirit. Spirit is something that they talk about in the book as well. It's a very deep book, and once again, I recommend it. 12 Powers of Man. Once again, I believe it's either Fillmore or Gilmore is the last name. Go check it out. Go look into it, man. Have an open mind. But understand that these disciplines are very key in your journey. Strengthen your weaknesses. Go into darkness. Meditate, pray, whatever you need to do. And address what makes you weak. Don't fray away from it. Don't stray away from it. Don't be afraid to step into darkness and work on your insecurities, work on your weaknesses, and be willing to look in the mirror and challenge yourself. We all have our weak moments. We're human. Or I should say that we are spiritual beings living a human experience. So with that said, once again, in the Bible it says that, the flesh is weak. Once we are able to conquer the flesh, we are able to conquer the kingdom. The kingdom is within. If you are able to address stepping into darkness and letting light come out of that darkness, through that process, you are strengthening your weaknesses. You are weak in the flesh. So once when you're able to tap in and work on those weaknesses, you become stronger. And this is how, once again, you start to achieve a longer streak. Keeping your mind, body, and soul pure, but also willing to go into that darkness, and whatever comes out of that darkness, you address. Once again, I believe in that the higher frequency always wins. And whatever attacks come, whatever may come your way that may trigger you, if you are holding on and you are staying disciplined on this path, you will be able to address whatever demons that may come towards your way. Whether it be your own demons, you're able to see other people's demons coming your way. You are able to tap in and be able to address whatever comes your way. If your frequency is higher and you believe that, and we talk shit about our benefits, then believe that you will win. There are going to be challenges. There are going to be roadblocks, pitfalls, relapses, all that good stuff along the journey. That's what makes the journey the journey. You dig? That's what makes the journey the journey. If the semen retention shit was just, a fad for you, or just something to jump on and say, I'm doing it, nobody else doing it like I'm doing it, then, that's your path. That's the route you want to go. It was just something quick in time for you. But the journey, shit. The journey is the journey. Is the road less traveled. That road is long, my boys. So that patience and having that strict discipline, it's all going to be tested. It's all going to have to be put to use and work. And you cannot be weak. This doesn't create a weak soul. It starts to create a brighter, vibrating soul, a pure soul. That's why I say when you sacrificing of pleasing your flesh or going through what you're going through, that strict discipline, when you give yourself to it and you ultimately give your mind to it, you give your spirit to it, you give your body to it, and you give your soul to it. Once when you're able to tap into your soul, understand what your soul really is. My boys, with this practice, if you want to see real change, positive change, if you want to manifest certain things in your life, I encourage you to go on a long streak. I've seen other channels and other tips out there that's saying at least 10 months, 9 months to 10 months is the benchmark to really be where you need to be at. Vibrating high, having that high vibration, being on a different frequency for real, achieving the full on benefits of not just the physical and the mental, but also the spiritual. 10 months. And I can attest to that. You dig what I'm saying? Not until I hit my long streak, I really started tapping in spiritually, you dig? And, but previous to my year streak, when I was on a year back and forth, the relapse or having sex here and there, when I went on my 90 days is which I recommend when, you're first starting out, see if you could get that 90 days. And if you get that 90 days, you are set to go to achieve, that 10-month benchmark. But if you're just starting out and, you can only get up to 30 days or you just coming across, the semen retention journey, some guys are catching on to this later than others. So, I got to put this information out there. When you're starting out, man, that 90 days is where you need to be at. Shoot and aim for those 90 days. That's 3 months. And when I hit that mark, not to say like I wasn't as spiritual, but, I started to just feel a shift at that point. I was into, spirituality, looking into other sources of knowledge and stuff like that. And I didn't really start tapping into it until more of a strict discipline of studying and reading until, I was in isolation and I hit my long streak of over a year. So I used to always refer back to what I did amongst those 90 days when it was tough, when, I thought, it wouldn't be possible for me to reach this long. You know what I mean? It was just, that's something that wasn't on my mind. It just came, natural to me. But those 90 days going through that really geared me and gave me that base foundation of hitting that long streak. But I tapped back into the discipline of it. First getting the information, like I was a newborn to it. You dig what I'm saying? So renewing my mind was very key. And that's what you have to do on this journey. Like, be willing to be open to any and everything. The information is out here for us to carry us through. But yeah, my boys, make sure that you are disciplined, sticking to your truths, sticking to who you are, what you need to do on this journey, and strengthen your weaknesses. Where you are weak at, your triggers. You have to understand yourself. And this is real self-love and self-care. So you have to take care of yourself. Take care of your mental, take care of your bodies, and take care of your spirit. All right? But work on those weaknesses, and it produces a strength. It becomes a strength once you are part of this practice. That's why you practice. You dig? So with that, my boys, I'll leave y'all with that. As always, with love and peace.